The door slammed with a finality that felt like a sentence. Ren Sato huddled on the hallway floor, a thin blanket his only comfort. His tired eyes stared into nothing. Humiliation had drained every ounce of resistance.
Floor suits you, Ren. Maybe now you'll remember your place.
The blanket was thin, a poor substitute for a bed, but it was all he had after Kazuya stole his room. A passing colleague ignored him completely, shoes clicking past without pause.
From project lead to floor sleeper. One word from a petty boss can erase everything. Don't react. Swallow the anger. Survive the night.
He pulled the blanket up, but it did little against the chill of betrayal. The closed door mocked him, a barrier between comfort and this cold hallway. And this was just the first day. The retreat had only begun. 2 weeks earlier, Ren Sato had been the division's most promising analyst, before a single door slam changed everything. The office was empty, but his laptop glowed with data that could redefine the company's Southeast Asia strategy.
Almost there. This market entry plan will put us ahead of every competitor in the region.
The binder was thick with projections and risk assessments. His best work, months in the making.
So the quiet analyst thinks he can outshine me. Cute. Still burning the midnight oil, Ren? Careful you don't overheat.
Just finalizing the analysis, sir. I think we can really impress the board with this.
We'll see. Not every idea survives the conference room. Not if I present it first. Your name will be nothing but a footnote, if that.
The next morning, the retreat email landed. A mountain resort, far from prying eyes, the perfect stage for Kazuya's scheme. The resort rose from the pines like a postcard of excess. Ren stepped inside, still believing the retreat was a reward. At reception, the clerk's smile froze. A few keystrokes later came the verdict. His room had been given away.
You didn't think you'd get the best room, did you? A VIP client needed it more.
But, sir, I booked that room weeks ago. Where am I supposed to sleep?
The hallway outside my suite is quiet. There's a spare blanket in the closet. You'll manage.
Don't argue. There's no winning against a man who controls your evaluations.
Ren took the thin blanket from the supply closet and walked to the 4th floor hallway without a word. The floor was cold and unyielding. He sat against the wall as the last sunlight faded.
Still sitting there? Good. Keep remembering what happens when you try to outshine me.
And then, without another word, he retreated back into the room, leaving Ren alone with the cold and the quiet. The next evening, the retreat's opening dinner brought the division together under crystal chandeliers. Ren took a seat at the far end, invisible.
Everyone, I'd like to share some news. My team's Southeast Asia strategy has been greenlit. A personal triumph, I must say.
He didn't even hesitate. My work, my late nights, stolen with a smile.
Why does that man look like he's just been gut-punched? And why is his boss taking all the credit?
Yui Tanaka worked in the chairman's office, but her instinct for corporate politics was sharper than most. She watched Ren's silence, the way his shoulders slumped. It didn't add up. The analyst looked defeated, not proud.
Excuse me, you are Ren Sato, right? I couldn't help but notice you seemed upset in there.
It's nothing. Just tired from the trip. Long drive.
Look, I've seen enough to know when someone's work is being stolen, if you ever need someone to talk to.
Thank you. But I am fine. Really, I should get some rest.
The next morning, the retreat's team-building exercises began in the bright mountain sun. But for Ren, the cold of the hallway lingered.
Maybe if you'd spent less time on that project and more on finding a real bed, you'd be sharper today, Ren.
Comments like that don't build teamwork. They only build resentment.
And who asked you? Stay in your lane, assistant. This is my division.
Ren, wait. You need to know. I work directly for the chairman. I can help you push back against this.
I told you. It's fine. Please, just let it go. I can't afford more attention.
You're already on the floor, Ren. How much worse can it get?
Late that afternoon, a discreet black car arrived at the resort. The chairman stepped out, preferring to observe before formal introductions.
A late walk after dinner. See how the staff truly are when they think no one is watching.
As evening fell, the chairman began his silent inspection, unaware of the injustice waiting just around the corner. The hallway was silent, except for the soft tread of expensive shoes. Then, around a quiet corner, the chairman stopped.
What are you doing on the floor? Where is your room?
My room was reassigned to a VIP client, sir. I am just making do. It's no trouble.
A VIP client at this hour? That makes no sense.
Without another word, the chairman pulled out his phone and dialed Yui Tanaka, his trusted aide.
Miss Tanaka, bring a spare blanket to the 4th floor hallway immediately. And do it quietly.
When Yui arrived, the chairman's expression was stern, but he kept his voice low.
Check the room assignment logs. I want to know who authorized this and why. Keep it discreet.
I'll handle it, sir. There's more going on here than meets the eye.
As the chairman returned to his suite, Yui clutched the blanket and stared at the closed door, her mind already racing through the logs. Yui sat in the resort's business center long after midnight, scrolling through the digital log. The reassignment entry stared back at her.
The VIP client never checked in. Room 412 is empty. Kazuya lied to humiliate Ren.
She wasn't done. A few more clicks revealed older logs, 3 other junior staff, all reassigned to hallways by the same hand. At first light, she stood before the chairman in his suite, the damning evidence in hand.
This is not a one-time cruelty. This is a pattern of abuse. Kazuya has been torturing his own subordinates.
Yes, sir. And Ren Sato is currently sleeping on the hallway floor while Kazuya presents his stolen project as his own.
Then I will attend the division presentation today. Not as the chairman, as an observer. Let's see how Kazuya performs under the spotlight.
Finally. Ren, just hold on a little longer. The truth is about to come out.
The chairman picked up his itinerary and underlined the conference room session. He wouldn't miss it, neither would the justice that had been so long denied. The quiet analyst's moment was approaching. The morning break came like a breath of stale air. Kazuya held court near the coffee station, his eyes finding Ren with predatory precision.
Still dragging yourself around, Ren? I heard they make hallways with softer floors now. Maybe you should request an upgrade.
That's enough. How dare you mock him when you are the reason he has no room?
Watch your tone, little assistant, or you'll find yourself sleeping next to him.
Yui, please stop. It's not worth it.
Ren took her by the wrist and led her away, his grip gentle but insistent.
How can you just take it? You are brilliant, Ren. That project is yours, and he treats you like garbage.
I know it's mine, but speaking up would only make things worse. The entire system is rigged against people like me.
That's why I admire you, Ren. Not the silence, the spirit that built something worth stealing. I just wish you'd let me stand with you.
For a moment, the garden held only their silence and a promise Yui made to herself. She would find the proof Ren needed, no matter the cost. The conference room buzzed. Kazuya stepped to the projector, a stolen presentation at his fingertips.
My team and I have crafted a revolutionary strategy. I'll guide you through the highlights personally.
I am curious about your distribution model. How does it handle customs delays in the Ho Chi Minh corridor?
The clicker slipped from Kazuya's grip. He stared at the screen, face draining of color.
We pre-staged inventory in bonded warehouses and partnered with local distributors. It's in the logistics appendix.
He knows the exact appendix reference. Kazuya couldn't even answer a basic logistics question.
After the meeting, the chairman stopped Ren in the hall. His tone was light, his gaze heavy.
You answered that question like an expert, like someone who lived with those numbers for months.
I just pay attention. It was a team project. Mr. Kazuya set the direction.
The chairman turned. Yui stood waiting. The original files, he murmured. Find them, quietly. Yui didn't sleep. She accessed the cloud drive and pulled up every version history of the Southeast Asia project. Ren's name was on every timestamp. His notes, his structure, his voice. The originals had never been erased.
He never even tried to hide it. He just let Kazuya take it.
Then she found the submission receipt. An anonymous entry to the chairman's innovation contest. The winner.
It wasn't anonymous. I sent it weeks ago. After I saw him working late. Ren, look at this. Your project won the chairman's award, and I am the one who submitted it.
You did what? Why?
Because you deserved recognition. I couldn't watch another genius crushed by office politics. Please, Ren, claim it. You have the proof. I'll stand with you.
Ren stared at the screen, the world tilting. The chance he never dared to imagine was suddenly real. Yui brought the documents to the chairman's suite as dawn broke. He took one look and understood. The chairman's jaw tightened. The project he had admired for months was born from a man sleeping on the floor.
I didn't come to this retreat for the mountain air. I came to find the mind behind that submission. That snake Kazuya has been destroying talent under my nose. We'll set a trap. The final banquet tomorrow, I will expose him in front of everyone.
Understood. I'll ensure Ren is present, though he may resist.
As Yui left, a shadow pressed against the wall. Kazuya had heard every word.
They can't do this. I'll stop them before the banquet even begins.
The grand hall was already being decorated for the event, oblivious to the coming reckoning.
Ren will be terminated effective immediately. Let the chairman try to revive a corpse.
Kazuya didn't wait. Within the hour, he summoned the team to the conference room.
I am forced to take immediate action. Sato's recent performance has been riddled with fabricated data and insubordination.
The room went still. Ren's face lost all color.
That's absurd. There's no evidence of any fabrication. You are just trying to silence him before the banquet.
Silence. Your interference is noted. Another word and you'll share his fate.
Ren stood, his chair scraping the floor. Without a word, he walked out. Yui rushed after him, catching up in the corridor.
Ren, where are you going? You can't let him win like this.
It's over, Yui. He won. I was stupid to think this could ever change.
He turned toward the elevators, his small bag already packed. He intended to leave the resort before the sunrise. She caught his arm just before the elevator chimed.
The chairman knows, Ren, not just about the room, the project. He's been looking for you.
Why would the chairman care about me? I am just a floor-sleeping analyst.
She held out her phone, the award notification bright on the screen.
He came to this retreat to meet the author. That's you. He wants to see you now.
Can I really do this? Or will it just make everything worse? Okay, take me to him.
A few minutes later, they stood in the chairman's suite. Ren clutched a binder of originals, his hands trembling.
You are the real mind behind this work. I've seen the files and I've seen the abuse. Tomorrow, we set it right. Rest tonight. At the banquet, Kazuya will answer for everything. You have my word.
The next morning, the retreat's mood shifted. Whispers followed Ren like a second shadow, planted by Kazuya's careful malice.
A word, Miss Tanaka. I could make your career very bright if you learned to mind your own business.
I am not for sale. Whatever you are planning, it ends at the banquet.
Kazuya's smirk faltered, then twisted into something uglier. He said nothing more, but his eyes promised retaliation. By midday, the gossip had crystallized into a narrative. Ren was a liability, a troublemaker who would drag the team down.
Even without evidence, they believe him. A boss's word is stronger than truth.
Then Yui found him. Without a word, she sat beside him on the bench, her mere presence a shield against the noise.
Thank you for everything. I don't know what I did to deserve someone like you in my corner.
You didn't have to do anything. You just had to keep being yourself. And tomorrow, everyone will see it.
They sat in the fading light, shoulder to shoulder, a quiet pact sealed before the storm. The banquet hall glittered with crystal and hollow smiles. The final evening had arrived, thick with unspoken dread.
A toast to yet another successful year, and to learning from one's mistakes. Some of us still have a long way to go.
The room responded with nervous laughter. Ren's spoon clattered against his plate, but he said nothing. Then the chairman stood. The clinking of glasses died.
I founded this company on the principle that talent, not tenure, defines worth. Tonight, I am forced to address a violation of that principle. An employee of this division has been systematically mistreated, his work stolen, his dignity assaulted.
Whispers erupted, necks craned toward the head table. Kazuya's smirk began to crack.
Ren Sato, please stand.
Ren rose on unsteady legs, the weight of 1,000 doubts pressing down. But Yui's eyes, steady and believing, held him upright. Across the room, Kazuya's face went pale. The champagne glass slid from his fingers.
The Southeast Asia strategy that was presented as Kazuya's own was created entirely by this man, Ren Sato.
He held up time-stamped drafts, original files with Ren's annotations, proof that could not be refuted.
This is absurd. He's lying. I developed that strategy with my team.
Silence. The evidence is clear. Your own presentation exposed your ignorance.
Yui Tanaka stepped forward, confirming the room reassignment fraud and the pattern of abuse. Gasps filled the room. Colleagues turned to stare at Kazuya, whose empire crumbled in real time.
But this is a conspiracy. You can't do this.
There is no conspiracy, only your cruelty coming to light. This ends now.
Ren stood frozen, a weight lifting from his shoulders. The truth had finally been set free.
Effective immediately, there will be consequences and rewards for those who deserve them. Kazuya, effective immediately, you are demoted to assistant manager at the Hokkaido branch. Your career in this division is over.
Hokkaido. You can't. That's a dead-end branch.
It is where you'll learn that talent does not grow under tyranny. Now, for the person who actually deserves recognition, Ren Sato. From this moment, you lead our new innovation division. You report directly to me.
For a heartbeat, Ren forgot to breathe. Then applause erupted, spontaneous and fierce, filling the hall. The sound was deafening, a tide of vindication that washed away every cold night he'd endured. The chairman produced a gold keycard. The word chairman embossed on its surface and held it out.
This suite is yours for the rest of the retreat. You've earned far more than a bed. You've earned our respect.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, everyone.
In the crowd, Yui's smile was brighter than any chandelier. She gave a small, triumphant nod. Ren slipped the keycard into the suite door with trembling fingers. Beyond it, moonlight poured through floor-to-ceiling windows.
This isn't a dream. This is real. But I wouldn't be here alone.
A soft knock. He opened the door to find Yui, holding a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses.
Thought you might not want to celebrate alone. May I come in?
Of course. I was just trying to convince myself it's real.
They settled on the balcony, the mountain stars mirroring the bubbles in their glasses.
Ren, I need you to know. I've admired you long before this retreat, from the first time I saw your work left unsigned.
Yui, I think I've been waiting my whole life for someone like you. I was just too scared to believe it could be real.
Their lips met, soft and certain, as the mountain wind carried away the last of the cold, lonely nights. And in that moment, the suite was not a reward, it was a home, their first home. Morning arrived like a gift. Sunlight spilled over the resort, erasing every shadow of the week before.
I keep expecting to wake up on that hallway floor, like it was all some cruel dream.
That's behind you, forever. From now on, the only dreams you'll have are the ones we build together.
In the lobby, a lone figure stuffed clothes into a bag, shoulders bent by disgrace. No one offered to help.
A remote branch, a dead career. All because I couldn't stand being second to a junior analyst.
The chairman appeared beside their table, a rare smile softening his stern features.
Enjoying the view? I trust the suite met expectations.
More than I ever dreamed, Chairman. Thank you.
Innovation requires courage. You have it. Now lead and enjoy this last day. You've earned it.
The last day of the retreat was calm, a gentle conclusion to a story that had nearly ended in a cold hallway. But it had only just begun. 1 month later, Ren Sato no longer slept on floors. The Innovation Division suite glowed with the light of a new era.
Every morning I still hesitate at the door, half expecting someone to tell me it was a mistake. But it never comes.
A familiar knock pulled him from thought. Yui stepped in, a tablet in one hand and a coffee cup in the other.
Your caffeine, sir, and the chairman sends his regards. He says the board is still buzzing about your last proposal.
Only because I have the best personal assistant and partner I could ever ask for.
She tapped her tablet, and a headline appeared. Sato Innovations put company on global map.
The market analysts are calling it a game changer. They're even crediting the supportive leadership culture you've built.
A culture that wouldn't exist without you, Yui. You pulled me up when I was at my lowest.
And I'd do it all again. Now finish your coffee. We have a team meeting in 10. Lead the way, director.
As they walked side by side into the conference room, the hallway was no longer a memory of pain, but a path to everything to come. Months later, in a cramped Hokkaido branch office, Kazuya stared at the same 4 walls, his only company a stack of neglected reports.
All that scheming, and this is what it bought me. A dead end.
Miles away, the company's annual exhibition buzzed with energy. Ren and Yui stood beside their latest prototype, a revolutionary logistics platform born from that stolen strategy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the minds behind our global breakthrough, Ren Sato and Yui Tanaka. Their integrity rebuilt our culture.
Applause thundered. Behind them, holographic displays showcased the products that had redefined the market, proof that talent, when nurtured, changed everything.
From a hallway floor to this stage, I didn't walk this path alone, and I'll never forget it.
You've more than earned this, Ren. And the best part? This is only the beginning.
The exhibition floor glittered not just with innovation, but with the quiet satisfaction that justice, once delayed, had arrived in full. And in a remote branch, Kazuya received the news of their latest accolade, not through a call, but through a discarded newspaper headline. The story had come full circle. Not a cycle of vengeance, but one of quiet, undeniable growth. On a quiet evening, Ren and Yui returned to the mountain resort. The same hill where despair once lived now glowed with sunset.
I never thought I'd stand here again. Not like this.
We came back to remember what we overcame and to see how far we've come.
That hallway floor feels like a lifetime ago. A bad dream that finally broke.
It didn't break you. It became the foundation for everything you built, for everything we built together.
They stood in silence, hands intertwined, as the last light painted the sky gold. Then, without a word, they leaned in and shared a kiss, soft, certain, and full of all the tomorrows now possible. In the end, it wasn't revenge that defined them. It was the courage to rise, and the love that waited at the summit. A story that began on a cold hallway floor ended on a warm hillside with hands intertwined and the future wide open.